Hello, hello, my dear friends, you've reached Eleanor's bar. The best place on the internet, the very best by far. She'll help improve your fitness, but there's also so much more. 'Cause here are just a few things that this channel has in store. There's bar and there's Pilates and there's belly dancing too. And many styles of yoga, so I'm sure there's one for you. Then watch her practice piano string from right within her home. She's in such big condition, she'll outrun the metronome. Eleanor's Bar, Eleanor's Bar. They're the best place on the internet, the very best by far. It's not just the piano, but the ukulele too. The guitar and violin are even more that she can do. She does so many different things, it's hard not to lose track. I nearly didn't mention that she posts on her Substack. Eleanor's Bar, Eleanor's Bar. The best place on the internet, the very best by far. Yet controversial topics may be brought up for discussion, but try not to provoke her or she'll swear at you in Russian. And sometimes certain topics can make quite a big impression. So remember, you take part at your own risk and your discretion. Eleanor's Bar, Eleanor's Bar. The best place on the internet, the very best by far. You might even meet Anita if you're quite a loyal fan. She's got a fixed male cat, but she's so desperate for a man. We've really got it all, then you couldn't ask for more. So sit right back and watch Eleanor shave a 3 or 4. Eleanor's Bar, Eleanor's Bar. The best place on the internet, the very best by far.
Hello, hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to Eleanor's Bar and the Resurgence of Sanity. How are you doing, Steve, today?
I'm doing good. Yeah.
Doing good. Oh, yes. Okay, guys, today we have a fun topic. We are talking about unmasking her mask, which is based on the live stream that the Resurgence of Sanity guys did a while ago. It was, I think, over a year ago when you talked about the mask she wears. I keep referring people to that live stream because this is the basis for many conversations that we have on both channels, actually. And then I also like the morality of lipstick on a pig. They're kind of related, where you guys are diving into the philosophy of these women who are wearing different masks, right? So today we are going to talk about how to unmask her mask, and I have a couple of examples for you guys.
So yeah, before we go into that,
yeah,
it's really a simple question.
Mm-hmm.
As a man, are you going to believe what she tells you is real, or are you going to believe what you see with your own eyes? And she has an agenda. She has a mask. She wants you to believe her mask is the real her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it is, great. Then you can try and look behind the mask to see if it's real. And if it's real, great. If it's not real, yeah, maybe she has ulterior motive to cause you to see her in a certain way, the way she wants to see herself, but underneath, there's insecurities. And let me tell you something. Underneath the veneer in every woman, there is great insecurities.
Yeah. They are trying to hide them. They are trying to hide who they are by pretending to be somebody they are not, so that people love and accept them, people venerate them. They are doing it mostly for the attention, especially when we are talking about social media presence, a lot of LARPing and virtue signaling chicks. Yeah, when you look underneath.
Let me also say, some men do this too. This is the same kind of behavior that nice guys do.
You mean the
They
sneaky fucker
project a mask,
guys?
and they want you to believe the mask is true.
Yeah.
They're not being real.
Oh, you mean all of these nice guys, the sneaky fucker guys, the
Yeah.
ones who are orbiting her? Yeah. Yeah,
So this behavior is not
unique to women.
exclusive to women, but it's almost universal in all women.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, we will look into this one. I also recently watched Pearl's show, actually, the one that you sent to me, where she couldn't help herself to go after the reformed trio horse. I watched that one. It was a funny video. I liked it. I left her a comment, and yeah, I did tell her that we were going to cover this topic today as well. And yeah, okay, guys, I have a couple of examples for you, but first I want to cover some basics for us. So they always start with appearance. They start adjusting their appearance. They do normal hair, normal real color here, usually from whatever color they have before. They grow the hair. They grow extensions, hair extensions, to make it longer, to make it more pretty, more feminine, right? It always starts with a physical appearance, and then it changes into how they present themselves, how they talk to men, how they show up on social media. So yeah, let me show you a couple of Anita's series here that we can watch, you know, just to get the idea of what women are doing. And then, yeah, these episodes are pretty short. So yeah, let's just go through them. Previously on Anita Moket's saga. I'd like to be more feminine. I can help you to be more feminine. I'm so done with these bad boys with awful attitudes and zero commitment. If you are done with giving away your beautiful feminine energy for crumbs, then this femininity course is definitely for you. Sign me up. Hi Anita, welcome back to the femininity course.
Hi Dr. Femininity, what's the topic today?
In today's class, we'll talk about how to look feminine. Remember, femininity is about relaxing, receiving, attracting, and manifesting princess treatment through our positive feminine energy. Our appearance is crucial for attracting a high-value masculine man, and it has to match our energy. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it has to be balanced, right?
Sure, it's important to create the first charming impression because men are visual creatures. They fall in love with their eyes. So in today's class, we'll slightly adjust your appearance to make you look more feminine and attractive to a high-value man.
Wait a second. Don't I already look feminine in this traditional dress?
Of course you do, dear.
Then what else can I change?
Well, you could change your hair a little bit.
How and why? My hair is who I am. It's my identity and individuality. I'll be giving up a piece of myself.
I understand, dear, but this is what you have to do to get the man you want.
But this is not how it should be.
I agree, dear, but unfortunately, men think with their little head, and they won't get your high vibrations and your unique way of expression. They are attracted to women with longer hair.
Fine, I'll talk to my hairdresser today. What hairstyle would you recommend?
I think you could do hair extensions and maybe fade away that bright purple color a little bit. This tiny transformation would make you look more feminine and attractive to the man of your dreams. Remember, you can slightly change your appearance without changing who you are as a person.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. What about the hula hoop earrings, fake nails and eyelash extensions?
Yeah, I would remove those too. Try to dress less provocatively. A little bit of cleavage is okay to get the attention, but not over the top.
So basically, I have to cover myself up and act like a trad wife.
Pretty much, if you want a high-value tradcon man. You can still show your body in flattering angles, just with more clothes on.
Okay, I get it. Thank you, Dr. Femininity.
Of course, Anita, you're welcome. I'll see you in the next class. Okay, Steve, do you agree with this one?
Agree with what?
Well, the how they change their appearance first, adjusting a few little things.
Oh, is this a story about how women discuss amongst themselves how they can fine tune their mask?
Hmm. Well, it's
Make it more
exaggeration,
convincing?
guys. It's a parody, okay? But
Well, I know. But it really was a discussion about,
Mhm.
oh, you're not getting the results? Oh, here's how to adjust your mask a little bit
Mhm.
to attract the kind of man you want. Oh,
Well,
wow.
this is the kind of advice that women get on social media from other women. How to adjust your mask just a little bit. Good enough to get what you want.
There's another way to do this. All you got to do is get on social media and pick the right name.
Pick the
Okay,
right
the
one.
name,
Oh, name.
the,
Okay.
the name should describe your mask. So, for instance, using the word godly or transformed
Mm-hmm.
or
Well,
something
it's all
like that.
marketing. Reformed.
And then putting a woman behind it. Uh, you know what? You're telling the world who you are, or at least who you want, what you want the world to think of you.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the marketing, You come up with the right name, um, assign yourself a couple of good characteristics that are socially acceptable. Yeah, you look what the market is for, and if there is a market for a good, traditional, virtuous, godly women out there, and you subscribe to those, then I guess men will buy this shit because this is something that men want to hear, and women know it. Women know that men have been complaining about the quality of women for many decades now. Women realize, like they're not like completely stupid. They know how to act and pretend and get what they want, right? They see what the market wants, so they deliver. Never mind that it's a mask and it's all pretentious and it's all bullshit, but as far as they're concerned, okay, if this mask gives them what they want, and some men will buy into this.
Well, if you have a paper bag, a plain paper bag with bullshit inside, it's pretty hard to sell that. But now, if you tie a pink bow on the top, easier to sell it.
I know. It's all about packaging, Steve.
And
Package.
then you can also label it as organic.
Right? So we are equating this thread con, how Nick would call them. We miss Nick. He won't be joining us today. Yeah. The thread con artists, all they do is just fluff it up and package it in a nice box, and then somebody will buy it. There are fewer and fewer men, to their disappointment, who are lining up to consume that kind of product, but they're still out there. The number is shrinking, though.
That's because of the red pill. It's providing consumer education to men.
Exactly.
So now they are the consumers of what they're being sold, and they're not really believing the claims of these wonderful products that they're supposed to buy.
Yeah. Well, because it looks good, right? It looks good, but the function of the product, it just sucks. The quality sucks. And if the quality of the product sucks, eventually people will stop buying it, regardless of how much marketing you put into it. And guys, this applies to everything, not just women. It applies to cars, whatever you buy. If the quality of the product is bad, if it only says it's organic, but it's not, then eventually people will start figuring it out and they won't buy it. So women are
Yeah.
they
Well,
always come up with the never-ending list of masks that they can try, the never-ending supply of recommendations that they give to other women. It's fascinating, and they keep adjusting, they keep trying. Whatever we criticize, this is why when we say that, well, you need to cover yourself up. If you're wearing a cross, you have to wear modest clothing. Yes, it's not a bad advice per se. I don't disagree with it, but they are going to adjust it, and they will, next time you watch them, they might even button themselves up so that they won't be criticized for that specific thing, but it will be something else that they are doing, because the masks that they implement, they never end.
buttoning up, that could be a problem though. Because then how are you going to see her cross, which is dangling in the valley of her bosom?
Well, they could still wear. I'm not saying that they can still get away with it, Steve, by wearing tighter clothing and put the cross on top of the clothing. Like, look, I'm hiding. Okay, no, not now. But I usually try to hide my. I'm guilty. I'm hiding. I try to hide my cross usually, because it's something personal. It's something that's like, it's just between me and my connection, right? I don't want other people to like see it. But then sometimes when it happens, then okay, it happens. But they can put it on purpose, like if they want to market themselves as such. I'm just giving them free advice here. And I know that they will come up to it by themselves, by the way. They don't have to watch this. But there are ways they can wear very tight dresses and put the cross on top of the dress, for example.
Or they can just buy a shorter chain.
Oh, shorter chain and like, okay, yeah, you can see here. Yeah. There are ways around it. I'm not saying that. This is why I think that, like, criticizing how they look, it's like they are going, whores are going to whore, there is nothing you can do that to stop them. I agree when they are saying that they are all of those things. It kind of contradicts. This kind of behavior is very hypocritical, because they say one thing and then they do another thing. And then also they might camouflage themselves for that specific event, for that specific video that they are doing, or for that specific post that they are making. But then if you watch their content in progression, you can see in other videos that they are all over themselves, like revealing themselves in semi-naked clothes, or just like craving for that attention, that external validation from random strangers. Yeah, they could be they could have, like my father-in-law said, they could have a low body count. They wouldn't be necessarily public whores, but the fact that they are out there LARPing, virtue signaling, they want to have all of these fantasies about having multiple romances with multiple dudes that they see on social media, that they encounter, because it's like global market, right? They expose themselves to large audience, and then they start having all of these fantasies, and they might have one husband, one actual husband, and then like 14 fictional husbands, on social media. So yeah, this kind of attention, it's not good for women, and women don't realize it, that they are being used there. Yeah, they are the product. And then they are complaining that men are objectifying them. Well, you put yourself out there. What do you expect men to do? Yeah. What sex generally loves to shop for outfits and inadept with styling? Well, I think we all know the answer to that question. Yeah. Well, and then they switch to, okay, let me show you another video here. We will just go through some of them. I have more videos of Anita. I'm not going to show all of them. This is just in regards to mask, and I have a lot of mask-related videos with her, because this is essentially what she's doing.
Previously on Anita Moket's saga.
I'm a reformed Christian woman who wants a nice, traditional, conservative Christian man.
So, you want to sing?
No, I hate simps.
So what, you want a mean, strong man?
No, he's mean. I don't like mean men.
See, I can't help you. These are your two choices. Choose wisely. Good luck.
But, wait a second.
Hi, Anita. How have you been doing?
Hi, Dr. Femininity. I've been implementing your advice on how to look and sound more feminine, and it definitely works. I started getting more attention from men. Now, how do I narrow it down to traditional conservative Christian men? If you want to tread on Christian men, just repeat what they say and publicly agree with them. What's the example of things I can say?
You can talk about how Jesus saved you from your promiscuous past, how you repent of your body count. Talk about the evil feminist propaganda, our immoral society, how important it is to revive traditional family values by marrying and having children. It's the man's mission to provide for and take care for the feminine.
And what if it doesn't work?
If all of that doesn't work, just tell men that they are awesome, they are kings who deserve a godly woman who treats them well, who follows Jesus, who prays every day, who builds and empowers her men with positive encouragement and her feminine energy. Tell men that they need feminine touch, respect, peace, admiration, and support to survive.
I see. Can I also keep my OnlyFans account? I can reach so many people with my new message if I keep it.
Of course, keep it, but delete or unlist your promiscuous content. This will show TradCons how serious you are. Also, tell men that women and men complement each other.
What if I don't believe my message?
It doesn't matter, dear. Just pretend. You can fake it to get more attention from your desired target audience. The more attention you get, the more possible suitors you get. Remember, you are the star of your own movie.
Oh, I get it now. I'll act and pretend to get what I want. Thank you, Dr. Femininity.
You're welcome, Anita. Enjoy your movie. So, what do you think about this one, Steve?
I think you have a gift for doing comedy that reveals truth. That really is what comedy is about. If you say something, comedians get away with a lot more than serious people do, because they can attack things and then people can laugh. Oh, once they're laughing, they can accept things that they would resist if they were actually directly accused.
Directly told that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this is the mask they wear to get what they want. And see, now she's refining her everything, her appearance on social media to get the desired target audience, to get the men that she believes she deserves. And yeah, and then how she implements this advice, because essentially this is what is going on. So here is another one.
Anita Moket's saga.
I've been implementing your advice on how to look and sound more feminine, and it definitely works. I started getting more attention from men. Now, how do I narrow it down to traditional conservative Christian men? If you want to tread on Christian men, just repeat what they say and publicly agree with them. What's the example of things I can say? You can talk about how Jesus saved you from your promiscuous past, how you repent of your body count. Talk about the evil feminist propaganda.
Hi everyone, welcome back. Guys, I'm so happy I found Jesus. Jesus saved me from my promiscuous past. I even removed promiscuous content from my OnlyFans account. From now on, I'm only sharing the truth with others with some cooking recipes. I'm a reformed traditional conservative Christian woman who deserves to be happily married to the right traditional conservative Christian man. I repent of my prior life and my body count. But guys, I deserve the second chance. Because it wasn't even my fault. I was misled by the evil feminist propaganda. And look, I'm no longer fucking around with the bad boys. I preserve my second virginity only for my future husband. See, I'm not a feminist because I want to be a wife. We live in an immoral society where men were brainwashed not to take any responsibility for others. But according to the Bible, it's the masculine mission to provide for and take care of the feminine. Women and men are supposed to complement each other, not to live apart. I'm here trying to revive traditional conservative Christian values because we need more families and children. And it's the woman's purpose to be a well-taken care of stay-at-home wife and mother, while it's the man's purpose to provide for and take care of his wife and his children. Every king needs his queen who will treat him well as he deserves to be treated, who will pray for him to her God, who will build and empower him through her positive feminine energy, touch, respect, appreciation, peace, and support, without which a king can't survive. So guys, I'm here, ready to be the perfect wife, the perfect queen for the right king. If you're interested, come join our OPC church, follow my God, and wife me up.
What do you think, Steve? Well, it's
Well, okay, here's what I think.
mhm.
You know, most people might think she's wearing a mask and just saying these things to get attention. No, she's sincere. She's telling the truth. How do I know that? Because she had a halo over her head.
Yeah, Steve, you bought into your fancy presentation, huh?
Oh, yes. You know what? How can I tell if this is truly a godly woman? Look for the halo.
I put it there on purpose, guys. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, I look at these chicks on social media, and basically how I create Anita, guys, it's very simple. I write down their script, what they say, and then I just copy and paste it with Anita. It's all based on the information out there that is floating around that I see what women are doing, and I'm just summarizing it. But yeah, like look how she's trying to convince men that men need women, that men need the only thing that women have to offer. My husband called it the falsification, the preference falsification bubble. They create the need that that men can't survive without women, that men can't survive without sex, without touch, without all of those things. And yet so many single men out there who choose to be single, who choose to be celibate, right? Who choose not to fuck around with a bunch of whores, you know? and
Yep.
somehow they succeed in life, you know, like they just focused on their career, they are focused on what they are doing. These women are pissed, these women are angry that men are not wifing them up, guys, when they on their schedule, when they want to be wifed up. Like if they
Yeah, well,
convince men, you know, you need this, you need this, how would men operate?
they want men to not know how they would get through life without a woman.
Mm-hmm.
When men can actually do just fine. Oh, they desperately want a good woman.
Mm-hmm.
But when they see, my options are not great, then they kind of decide, well, you know, maybe I should just not pursue that right now.
Yeah. Your tactic is what could go wrong, reformed demon. Well, you know that, guys, but so many men. My goodness, and we can't save them all, you know? Yeah.
You can't save hardly any of them. I mean,
Mhm.
if you can save 1 or 2%, you're doing phenomenally well.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I can see that what red pill community is doing, it works by judging by the amount of never-ending screeching on the internet of unhappy women not being wiped up, not getting what they want, regardless of the masks. Some of them might get lucky, but as a whole, you know, men are checking out from dating. They don't want to deal with women. They don't want to marry women. They don't want to have kids with women. And it's not because they don't actually want those things. It's because, like, good luck in today's society, you know, to have a family, to raise healthy children. Yeah. With everything that happens in schools, in the family law, you don't even have authority over your kids. You know, like, no, these women, they don't want to change anything. They just want, they think that their mask, it's based on the delusion that they have, and we've covered it last week. They think that if they pretend, if they act a certain way without sacrificing anything major that actually matters to the well-being of their families, they think that they will get what they want.
Well, it's all selling a narrative.
Mm-hmm.
This is not exclusive to male-female relationships. Right now, and I don't want to get into this very deeply, but right now we are involved, the U.S. is involved in a conflict with Iran.
Mm-hmm.
You can listen to the news, what the reporters are saying. You can listen to our president, what he's saying. I think there's a narrative. They want you to believe certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite adding up with reality. Do I know what the truth is? No, because I'm fed bullshit from every direction.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't know what the truth is. All I know is something is not right here. It's not as simple as it seems. So it's time to just kind of pull back and observe and watch and not believe the bullshit. Eventually the truth will come out, but I'm not going to go out on the street carrying banners on any
Either side,
particular
yeah.
side for any reason right now, because I just don't know. I got to sit back and watch. So, guys, if you're new to trying to understand women, take the same attitude. Damn, something is not adding up here. I know this is what I've been sold. This is a narrative. They're telling me what they want me to believe. but I'm
Mhm.
seeing some things that don't quite add up, don't match that. I'm confused. I don't know what to think. Okay, fine. We were all there. I was there. Took me years through that stage to say, okay, what am I seeing versus what am I being told? Oh, yes, there's this mask thing. Okay, it's kind of female nature, just like it's human nature to spread propaganda for what you want people to think. It's selling your narrative. Okay,
Mhm.
well, the narrative is never, I'll say that. Yeah. Never the narrative is never the raw truth.
Mhm.
So you're just going to have to be patient
Mhm.
and observe. Doesn't mean you have to not participate at all, but reserve your judgment or just reserve your discernment if you don't like the word judgment. Because I'm not necessarily judging anybody. I'm discerning what the truth is.
Yeah. Well, and they view it, if you don't disown it in their favor, they view it as if you are against them, as you are attacking them personally. You can just have some suspicions and thoughts and challenge their behavior, let's say. They will still take it personally because you don't agree with them. You don't buy into the narrative that they are trying to sell.
Right. And they will get angry with you.
They will get
You
angry.
don't buy the narrative,
Mm-hmm.
they will get angry.
Yep.
When they get angry, they kind of become a little bit unhinged. They'll make false accusations against you. We're seeing this in politics right now. If you oppose the narrative, you get soundly criticized, called names. Do women do that?
All the
You don't
time.
believe what a woman says?
Mhm.
Not that you're even being aggressive against her,
Yeah.
verbally, I mean, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't buy what she says, she starts calling you names
Mm-hmm.
or saying, "Oh, you're just gay," or something like that. She makes up shit because she's
Yeah, they
pissed
do.
off you're not buying her story.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
And
then
our
when
president
you
is doing
default, what
that
they are
now
trying
when
to
you're
do,
not buying his story.
well, Steve, I think what they're trying to do is they're trying for you to lose your frame and downgrade yourself to their level. So when they start calling you names, and if you start calling them names, this is when they win because they got you emotionally wound up. So you lost your frame, you lost your point. You know, the moment you do that. So once somebody starts calling you names, you just, okay, bye. I'm not dealing with this crazy, you know? Go cool
Okay.
yourself.
I want to see how much your husband is rubbed off on you.
Well,
Relate
I
with
don't call him names.
Okay, no, to explain this. Now relate this to the OODA loop.
Okay.
Tell me, what is the OODA loop?
Well, I was hoping that you would give us the
Oh,
example of
man, he's talked about it many times. You don't remember?
what?
It's a
How I'm
military term. OODA.
okay, how I'm trying to provoke some
O
reaction.
O O D A. OODA.
Uh-huh.
Observe, orient, decide, act.
Act. Okay, yeah, I remember it now. Uh-huh.
So you were just kind of talking about the opposite of that. She escalates to get you to react to her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, now she doesn't know what she's doing, but she's practicing the OODA loop. She is acting, and then you have to react, but now she's thinking ahead to her next action. And so you lost the frame. Frame control is essentially OODA loop, the OODA loop.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you get observe, orient, decide, act, Then what's the next thing you do? Watch what they do. So you circle back, loop up to the top, Uda.
Yeah, I figured that it would be like
Observe,
repeating.
orient,
Yeah.
decide, act. They
Yeah.
react, you
Mhm.
observe.
You
Okay,
observe.
so it's a loop and you keep going through this. This is the essence of frame control.
Yeah.
So the key is, a man should not react to the woman. He needs to have his own frame and make her react to him. When you buy into her narrative, you are the person reacting to her, which puts her in control of the situation.
Some people say that frame, and I see female gurus mostly say that frame is ability to leave. Man's ability to leave the relationship. Like something goes wrong there and he just decides that the relationship is over.
Well, women tend to take something they see, simplify it to the point where it loses all its teaching truth and trivialize it, and then it's meaningless. So don't listen to a woman and her explanations of something she heard from men, or how she describes men, or her understanding of men. Don't do it, because it's a superficial thing, and it's really not going to capture the true,
it's really hard for
women.
women. I'm watching these female gurus and oh gosh, like even like why would you even bother? I mean, like, okay, there are some certain general things that you can repeat based on what red pill guys have been saying for many decades, right? There are certain things that you can say, but like when you are giving this advice to men, my goodness, it's just like what do you expect? It's like they're trying to make it into a cookie cutter, like, so if you do this, then you will succeed. If you do that, then you won't succeed, and it applies like to all women. They're trying to apply it to everyone. And
okay, so do you remember the childhood game of telephone?
Yeah, broken telephone.
Well, it's like you whisper a message,
and then the message goes around.
Then they whisper it to the next person and the next person, and then it comes back to you.
Yeah.
And there's no semblance to what you say.
I know.
So now,
broken telephone.
Let's use this analogy. A very wise man, whoever he is, tells a message describing how women act. Let's call it the manosphere. Says a message about, okay, this is the way women are. Goes to the first woman. Okay, now she has an understanding. She transmits her understanding to the next woman. Who transmits it to a third woman. And the third woman is so motivated that she wants to go back and teach men. So she takes a message that has gone through 2 previous women and goes back to teach it to men. Is she going to get it right?
Well, it doesn't end well, guys. Ay. Yeah. I just I'm fascinated by this drive that women have, that they are craving to teach men. Like, why would you want to do that? Like, why would you want men to listen to you instead of listening to other men? Men know better how to teach other men. It's not your job. It's not your place.
Okay, Elena. Why do you do it then?
What, I teach men?
You attempt to save men from the folly of women. So you put a message out there primarily for men to try and understand women in order to save men from themselves. So in a way,
I'm
you
doing it
kind of
too.
are trying to teach men.
Oh, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I just think that when women give specific advice to men, okay, educating them is one thing. You're revealing certain facts about female nature. This is how women behave. This is the mask that they wear. This is how they manipulate you, gentlemen. Watch out. Be careful. It's one thing, but when you are giving like specific advice, like, well, if she doesn't do how you say, or I can give you, okay, let's watch her. You know, I
Wait
just
a minute.
want
I'll give you the answer.
to- Okay.
You don't know why you do it. I'll tell you why you do it. Number
Okay.
one, you want the world to be a better place.
Yes.
Number two, you care about others and men and good relationships and whatnot.
Okay.
Number three, like all women, you need to talk. And
Okay.
you don't understand anything. Well, I shouldn't say it that way. You don't fully understand things until you talk and hear it come out of your mouth. So you need to talk and talk and talk and talk, and someone has to listen. So by virtue of talking about the message, you gain understanding for yourself, but your motivation is actually that core motivation that women have of mothering to guide others. So there's nothing wrong here. This is the way, this is reality. So saying, oh, she's out there teaching men, well, yeah, I mean, she's just behaving like a woman. Nothing wrong with this. It's just reality.
Mm-hmm.
Now, certainly some women are a little bit more strident in forcing men, want to force men to think a certain way instead of just providing the information. That's a fine line to walk, but you can see when a woman is clearly over the line.
Well, okay. So, or they do, you know, like they take specific advice that the red pill has been given to men, and then try to apply it to women too. And how do I mean? Okay, let me remove this one. I'm going to show you the Twitter. We are going to watch this one because I find it interesting. Okay, let me share this one instead. I found it, guys. Okay, and I know we've seen this chick before. Okay, so let's
Volume
check.
is not up.
Yeah, I'm going to put it up.
Reason. Two idiots who should have walked. Most toxic relationships don't have a villain and a victim. They have two broken people triggering the hell out of each other. Here's how it goes. One feels disrespected, the other feels controlled. One shuts down, the other screams. Then the labels come out. You're abusive, you're toxic, you're a narcissist. Nobody stops to ask the real questions. How the hell did we get here? Because real relationships, they don't explode overnight. We know this. They decay slowly. Ignored conversations, swallowed resentment, broken trust, zero boundaries, and two idiots who should have walked away years ago. Then one day, the pressure cooker explodes. And here's the truth that most couples don't like me saying. You both are the problem. You bring out the absolute worst in each other, and you shouldn't be together. And that's okay, because not every relationship is meant to survive, and not every single person is meant to stay in your life forever. Staying in a cycle of blame and fighting will destroy you both. Real growth is looking at each other and saying, you know what? We're toxic together, and then walking away.
So you got the idea, right?
Yeah. Do you want me to critique this?
Go for it. Yeah.
Oh, one person does this, one person does that. And then she describes the behavior of one person and the behavior of the other person as if they're interchangeable. Bullshit. The behavior, she's describing female behavior as one of these people, but she's not identifying. And then later on, she goes into, well, maybe the relationship should have ended. Two people are not supposed to stay together for the rest of their lives. Okay, now that's her internal
Justification.
beliefs in her relationship. So now it's her projection of morality, covering up the blending of the genders and not saying who is doing what, and basically to mask that she doesn't have to take responsibility because you know what? It's both of our faults.
Yeah, right.
Bullshit.
So,
Okay, you know what? He has his failings and sins, and she has hers. They're not the same.
yeah, they don't have the same effect on the relationship. And yeah, and then she says sometimes it's not about fixing it, it's about ending what's destroying both of you. So
Yes,
it's
because
just
women
such a
can't.
general statement, you know.
Well, women can't fix anything. Their solution is walk away and find
Walk away
something
and
else.
find somebody better.
So basically, that's what she's saying at the end.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not about fixing it, which would mean listening to the man who has a fix it mentality instead of walking away, the abandonment, go find monkey branch, hypergamy, whatever you want to call it, which is the female's tendency.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, women don't want to fix anything. It's like the moment they feel that something is wrong there, all of this couples therapy, this is why I keep saying that, like, look, guys, when you have to involve the third party, the relationship is over. It's done. At least, like, as far as she's concerned, you know, like the man might still find ways to, you know, or like sort it out, you know, find solutions, fix things, because men are fixers, right? By nature.
Right.
A woman is like, no, I don't want it, I'm done. All of this is just excuses to extract more resources from him and to see what she can get away with, how much he's willing to sacrifice of his frame to do what she wants him to do.
But her attitude will carry over to other things.
Oh, yes, it will.
Such as her car. Oh, man, my car is broken again. I have to take it to the shop. This thing is a piece of crap. It requires so much maintenance. I need a new car. Rather than maintain the car or send it in to get fixed or fix it herself. Nope. Trade it off, get a new one.
So are you saying that women are lacking this concept of maintenance that you guys have talked a while ago? Do you remember you were talking about different cultures? Yeah. And then I'm just trying to apply it on women because I look how women view things, and then they are rarely maintaining anything. They just run it to the finish line, like until it stops working. And then they expect a man to come in and fix it for them.
No, not fix it. Just get a new man.
Oh, new man.
Just get a new car.
New car.
This one sucks. This one's bad. This one's broken. This one's defective. I just need to trade it in on a new model.
Well, and see, this is the problem that I have with sometimes I'm struggling with articulating. I have to really think about it. That one just popped on my feed a few days ago, and I just put it into my BS folder on Twitter. And it's basically a very simplified advice that still feeds into her belief system, you know. That's like, okay, superficially it sounds great. A man would listen to this and say, oh, well, she is replaceable, right? I can just find another whore, let's say. and he will walk away instead of trying to sort it out, you know. And I'm not saying that men should sort it out. I don't think that works either. It reminds me of those dance monkeys dance, you know. Once a woman made up her mind, she's done with you, she's done with you. There is nothing more you can do there. At this point, she's just negotiating to see how much more she can extract from you. Yeah. But it's kind of trying to apply that female logic on male actions and trying to convince men to behave like women, because women do it that way, so men should do it too, and it's okay for men to do what women do, you know. Somebody wrote here, okay, men raised by a mother will adapt her nature, yeah, and her behavior too. And see, the problem is that we have with the female gurus, they're trying to teach men how to think and how to behave like women. Even based on the advice that they give men, you know, they are evaluating it from the female standpoint, and then they're like, here you go, you do this, gentlemen. And by the way, I'm a woman. I know what you should do.
So women, a man raised by a woman, a son raised by a woman, will be trained to placate and pander to her in order to get along.
Yeah.
Which is a female nature. Women placate and pander to each other all the time. Yeah. How do men deal with things? Okay, well, you disagree. You stand your ground. You go head to head. You argue about it. Sometimes it can even get physical. Then whoever wins or whoever acknowledges, yeah, I was wrong on that, they acknowledge their failure. And you know what? Underneath, on the foundational level, if he's a good man, both are good men, with a disagreement, you will respect each other. And at the end of it, okay, that was a good dust up. Okay, we got that settled. Oh, you're a man who's going to stand up for himself? Great. The relationship was never threatened. So that's why a father and son can have conflict, but then the father is still there for the son, and it's a whole different dynamic. The son never has to placate and pander to the father. And the father doesn't want his son to placate and pander to him.
Yeah. Yeah, well, this is why I keep coming back to this, like this desire that women have. Okay, Tacticus said that, Steve, she's not teaching men, she's nurturing.
That's kind of what I said. Yes, I think he's right. That's the female instinct, or the motherly instinct.
Motherly instinct. Yeah.
And all women have it.
I know.
And if they don't have children, what do they have, Elena?
Social media.
No, what else?
I don't know what else.
A pet.
Oh, a pet. Okay. Yeah, that's yeah. Okay.
Do you mother?
I have
your
a pet.
dog?
Yes, we don't have kids.
Do you mother your dog?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not being critical. I'm just saying.
I know. It is what it is. Yes, we all have that instinct. Yeah, it's just okay. You know, I guess like when they are not being restrained and put into their place, they're going to give men advice that will be misleading advice, or that will inspire men to do certain things that a woman would do, you know. So instead of listening to men, like I understand all women have this nurturing instinct. They all want to be mothers. It's biological. You can't change it, guys. But like giving specific advice to how men are supposed to sort out some challenging relationship related shit that will impact their lives, the lives of their ex-wives or ex-girlfriends, their kids' lives. You're taking on a lot of responsibility there for somebody else's lives. I don't think women ever thought of this as such. This is why they are giving out advice like it's a candy, you know, like, oh, you do this, and this is like, by the way, general advice applies to both men and women, and blah 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 blah. I mean, if men and women are fundamentally different, you can't equalize them that way by saying like, okay, this advice is in general for everyone. And there are certain things that are general for everyone, right? Certain norms. But like when we are talking about relationships, I just think that it's not a woman's place to give men specific advice. The best thing she could do there, she could refer men to listen to other men. Would she do it? That's a separate question. No, because she wants
No.
men to listen to her.
This is the battle of the sexes. Always exists. Here's one way to look at the battle of the sexes. It's a battle of whose reality prevails. So she is putting forward her narrative, her reality, the way you should look at things, which serves the mask that she's wearing, so you see her in the way she wants to be seen, no matter whether it is the true her or not. It's her putting forth reality. Now, if the man buys into her reality, he's lost the battle. And she ultimately will lose respect for him. If he puts forward his reality, and now she has to conform to his reality, that tends to work better. And she will respect a man who stands his ground. He says, no, this is my reality. And he does not need to impose his reality on her. He just needs to say, this is my reality. And you can come along in my life with my reality or choose not to. But my reality is not going to change. I'm not putting my reality in subservience to your reality. And the mask is her way of trying to sell her view of reality. Or how she thinks how reality should be.
Yeah. Yeah. And they don't care about the outcomes, you know. They're doing it because it gives them what they want right now at the moment. They don't care. Giving advice, it's responsibility. You're taking on responsibility for somebody else's actions when you recommend people to do certain things.
Maybe. From a male standpoint, yeah, absolutely. From a woman standpoint, does she realize that? No, hell no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, you know, like they don't realize when they do it. All of the advice I give, man, I don't come up with it. You guys come up with it. I just repeat it. And then I refer to you. But yeah, it's not as simple. It's not as easy as they make it to be, and they want to simplify everything, you know. Well, let's look into another example. This is actually a good example that Pearl Davis brought up in her video. So shout out to her. I'm going to show you a couple of. Well, actually, you know what? Let's do a little distraction here. I'll show you one funny video. I find it hilarious. And then
Okay,
we will
I'm
look
listening.
into
Play the
this.
video. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Well, this one you'll have to watch because there is no sound
Oh.
there. Okay, but don't
Okay.
worry. You can go. Do what you need to
Okay,
do.
well,
I'll find
play it
another
first.
one. Uh-huh.
No, you can play it first.
Okay, okay. So let's watch this one. Steve, you're going to have fun with this one.
We're
hold on.
waiting.
I
yes,
don't
1
care.
second.
Cheers to me. I'm ready to party. This is my outfit for my birthday. If you don't love it, I don't care. Cheers to me. I'm ready to party. This is my outfit for my birthday. If you don't love it, I don't care. Cheers to
So basically, birthday beach. 96 years old, guys. Oh my gosh, what a
Well, she deserves to have that kind of attitude.
well, yeah. With the crown and everything. Oh, so funny. Yeah. Well, this grandma, she's hilarious, you know. Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, here's another one of you putting a lipstick on. Oh, these are just the pictures, guys. I don't know why I'm showing it to you, but ready to black out. Okay. Oh, it's like a total boomer moment here. Okay. My first drink. Okay. So here she's drinking. My 8th drink. Okay. And then the hallway outside my room at the nursing home. See all of the glasses. She made a mess. And then I went over my ex's house after. Don't remember this ride. So yeah. Well, at least she wasn't driving, thanks God. Okay, so here is her birthday cake. Yeah. Anyway. What do you think, huh, Steve?
Oh, she's poking fun at things too.
I think so too. Yeah. So,
She's
some of your
obviously aware of what's going on in the world,
yeah.
and she's making a parody of it. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, some of your stuff is really funny. Like I just occasionally she pops up on my feed. So yeah, but like the entitled attitude, it's just there. I've watched her other stuff, so you can follow her to glance at her profile. Yeah, there is a lot of entitlement there for sure. Anyway, okay, so let's see here. Do you want to leave for a moment or
Yeah, play one.
Okay,
Maybe a minute or two.
I don't remember if this one. Okay, if anything, I can play it again. Okay, I can always play it again. Well, while Steve is out, let's watch this one. The biggest mistake you can make in court by a divorce lawyer.
For you. This is the biggest mistake you can make in court. Lying to the judge. The consequences are that the judge is going to question your credibility, and anything you say, the judge is going to question and possibly not believe. That is bad for your case. You want the judge on your side. You want the judge to think that you are credible, that you are respectable, and that you are honest, because then you get the judge to rule in your favor. If the judge thinks that you are an angry, disrespectful person in the courtroom, you can lose your case. I'm going to make this easy for you. This is the biggest mistake you can make in court. Lying to the judge.
Okay, so we've heard that one. Steve, are you still there? Okay, Steve is not around. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Let me know. Yeah, well, lying in general is not good. Yeah, but I noticed that there is this kind of double standard when a woman, she can just mask her way into things. She can pretend, she can cry, she can use all kinds of emotional manipulations, and then a man is supposed to be honest, right?
This doesn't work because a woman believes her own bullshit.
That's
So
a
she
good way
goes
to
into
put it.
court and tells stories, lies,
Yeah.
well, untruths,
Mm-hmm.
but she actually believes it.
Yeah.
And her motive is reputation destruction.
Mm-hmm.
She has practiced this since she was 12 years old. She is skilled at this.
Yeah.
She believes her own bullshit. So
Mm-hmm.
when she says something that's untrue, she doesn't think she's lying.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, none of the tells are there. And this message is for men. And actually, I have seen a woman, ex-wives, lie in court, and I can prove that they're lying. And yet, if they say it with tears, they will be believed and they
Mm-hmm.
won't be held accountable for what they're doing.
Well,
Their
yeah,
lies, women are hardly ever accountable for lying.
yeah. Well, because they put a mask on, and this mask bails them out of their consequences. So it's really hard to catch a lying woman, even if you know that she's lying. Not everyone is going to be a psychic, how some people call it, or like mentalists, who will be able to read your body language and match up all of the inconsistencies and all of that nonverbal communication that we've talked about. We did 3 live streams on nonverbal communication, guys. You can check, and those are just the basics that we've covered there. There is a lot. Most people are not going to be capable of that. You think judges have that kind of psychological insight to be able to read people and detect whether they are lying or not just from the first sight? Even professionals are struggling. Even experienced detectives and investigators who are running the interviews, who are interrogating people, they are struggling with it. Like, well, how do you expect a normie? How do you expect a normie to see whether she's lying or not? Yeah. Yeah, this kind of advice, it only works for women in women's favor. So men are supposed to be honest. Men are supposed to tell on themselves and self-deprecate, right? How Rollo Tomasi would say, and confess in all of your sins, and then the judge will be on your side. Yeah, good luck with that, gentlemen.
Actually, it's generally good advice for a man to show his weakness or admit his weakness to another male friend.
Mm-hmm.
Because it won't be held against you.
Yeah.
They realize you're a work in progress. The other guy knows he has his weaknesses too. Oh, okay, so you're an honest guy. Don't admit your weaknesses to a woman. Because she files that away in her Rolodex and it will come up. And then when she feels a certain way, she goes back, flips through her Rolodex, discard.
Yeah, discard.
He said this. Now I'm going to put them all together. And that describes him in the current moment. And she conflates the time differences. He could have made 3 mistakes over 20 years that he admitted to.
Mm-hmm.
Significant, whatever.
Yeah.
And then she wants to get rid of them. All 3 of those are brought into the present, and he's accused of doing that. And these things define him as a bad man, a defective model. So it's time to get rid of him and go buy a new car or a new man.
Yeah. And watch this comment in the US. I think the person is trying to say here, the word of the police are taken as fact by the court. So if she files a false domestic violence accusation against her man, right? and the policemen come in, and then they accuse the man, right? And then they bring it up in court. So all of this evidence, because the policemen take her side, it will be used against him.
Right.
So nobody will trust, no matter what this lady says. Nobody will trust the man's word because of the current hierarchy that is prevailing. It's her dominance. She is in charge, and then she convinces the policeman take her side, then the policemen defend her in court. The man is ruined, even though these are false accusations.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep. The police are incentivized to support the woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And okay, let's watch this one. We are coming back to the mask. All of this is related to the mask, and it's interesting how women play the victim card in the divorce court as well to get what they want. This mask, it gives them what they want, guys. If they pretend and act a certain way, they will get away with their bullshit. Okay, let's watch this lady. I'm sure that you know her. So let's see here. Isabel Brown. Okay. These are just the pictures. I forgot that it was just the pictures, not the video. Controversial ways we are raising our daughter. Okay. Oi, Steve, hold on. Let me put it here. Okay, now you can see. Cool. So here are your controversial ways of raising a daughter. Let's look into them. This is another one. Hold on, sorry. I'm going to here. Okay. We don't show her face on social media. Too many psychers. This is how they explain not showing her face. The fact that she is even on social media, that you put her there, and see how they get away with this one. Oh, well, just because we don't show her face, your child is still on social media. It's just good enough to get away with it, You are still using your child to get social validation and veneration from the ThreadCon cloud. Then what else here? We baptized her at 4 weeks old in the Catholic Church. See, it's all about form over function. You have to be seen in a certain way, doing certain things that are socially approved, especially amongst the traditional conservatives. Okay, so all of these things are not controversial. They are socially things. They are the socially acceptable trends by traditional conservatives. Okay. And then we are always out and about because babies belong in public. Bullshit. You know what? My parents didn't start taking us to public places until we learned how to behave ourselves, which happened at about maybe 7, if we were lucky, 8 years. Yeah. But then they would call us anti-natalists, because we don't want to see kids in a public place. No, it's for kids' safety. Teach your child how to behave in public place first before you take him out to a public place. Yeah. The screaming child in a public place, like, it wasn't really a thing back when I was a child. And I was,
why?
Other families were behaving. Nobody was taking their kids out in a public place so that everybody would get irritated by the crying children.
You know why?
Why?
Kids were out. But you said you need to teach your kids how to behave in a public place. Oh, yeah, that requires discipline.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, that's the job of the man. Oh, yeah, he doesn't put up with, you're having a temper tantrum?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to take care of that. I remember when I was young,
Mm-hmm.
we'd go to church as a family. When I was a young kid, if I was acting up in church,
Yeah.
what would Dad do? He'd say, okay, we're going outside. And I'd get a talking to, maybe a smack on the ass. No, I'm not putting up with this behavior.
Mm-hmm.
That's discipline. That's putting a boundary up. Women don't put boundaries like that on their children. Therefore, children never really learn how to behave properly in public.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and like they're so proud of the fact that they're taking their kids out to public. I'm like, nothing to be proud of. Nothing. You're just irritating other people with your undisciplined child. Your job as a mother is to stay home, raise this child so that he or she becomes a valuable member of society, who produces value, who has some respect for authority, who behaves well. By taking your kids out to public, you're trying to socialize the losses. I think like they're trying and then they blame and point fingers somebody who says, well, you have undisciplined child who totally misbehaves, like you failed as a parent, and then they say you are an anti-natalist, you hate children. No, I don't hate children. I love children.
Elena.
I used to work with children.
I
don't like misbehaving children.
How can a woman be praised for being a mother and get the attention of being a good mother if she's home with her children and doesn't get them out in public so the public can give her the attention and praise she deserves?
No, she doesn't deserve jack shit because she is taking her kids to a public place. She's a bad mother. She's a negligent mother. No, maybe she gives this attention to the child in a way that everybody else sees her giving the attention to the child, and then everyone praises her, like you said. She's doing it to get public veneration, not because she wants to be a good mother and actually spend some quality time with her child, explaining and teaching child how to behave well. Because nobody is going to give her credit for that, not in the public eye, right? Because it's like, well, you are supposed to raise your children, right? You're a mother. You decided to have babies. Raise them at home. I don't want to see your kids in a public place. I don't want to see your kids on social media. Social media is not a safe place, and just hiding the face of your child. How? I don't even know how to describe it, Steve. This is just...
We'll file this on the list of things that get Elena riled up.
Well, because it's like they know that people won't give them trouble for it, because they don't reveal their kid's face on social media. The fact that you already had the audacity to put your child there, I don't care whether people can see your kid or not. Like somebody here in the comments say that I could find the baby in 30 minutes. Exactly. If you know what you are doing, if you are a good hacker, or if you know how to get to kids, like you will find this child anyway. I just don't see how it's safe for the child.
Hey, Elena. Okay, this picture you're showing. How do you get a picture like that?
As a husband probably took it.
Oh, okay. So you have the painting centered.
Mm-hmm.
You have the woman walking into the frame.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's holding the child in her arms, pushing a stroller. So there's a couple ways to set this up. You have to say, oh, I want a picture. It's completely scripted, posed. So you either set up a tripod with a remote control, and so it's taking pictures as you walk through, and you pick the best one. Or you have your husband do it. I want this picture. So it's composed. Or you have a stranger. Can you take a picture of me doing this? It's entirely fake. It's scripted. This is not natural.
Well, of course not.
And it's just showing her and her child, not the father and the child. It's not showing the family. It's just showing the mother and the
Well,
child.
because the family, if you've watched some of the Anita series that I did, the family is her and the children, and they are blasted all over social media. This is the family in their mind. Gentlemen, this is what you were supposed to sign up for. Line up and wife up this horse so that they can use your kids, so that they can exploit and abuse your kids on social media, so that they get more public veneration and attention from random strangers on the internet, and then they use your kids as extraction tool to extract more resources from you in the divorce court. This is what you're signing up for. You're supposed to want to get married.
Her
and
kids
wife
are
up
an
this.
ornament. Her kids are an ornament to highlight her.
Well,
When
of
her
course it
husband is in the picture, her husband is an ornament that says, oh, yes, see, I have a provider to pay for my lifestyle, but here's me and the kid. I'm the highlight. Look how great I am because I'm raising this kid. Look how great I am because I have a provider husband.
Who tolerates your bullshit. Okay.
But I'm in charge in my life.
Yeah.
I'm the star of my life. And these are
she's
the
star of
actors
your
in
own
my
movie.
life.
Yeah, and this is the attitude. She's not unique to these guys. There are so many e-girls who are doing it. Pearl Davis, she's been doing a great job. They're calling them out. Well done, Pearl. You know, like they need it. And then also look here. We believe in Santa Claus. Look how she decided to hide her child's face. Okay, just put a V on the face. Oh, guys, I have no comments for this one. Yeah, his name is Saint Nicholas. Yeah, use your kid as a prop to to promote more holidays. And well, she's setting up her child like many others. The only difference, guys, pay attention. The only minor difference is that she is not revealing her kid's face on social media. It's such a big deal. We should all bow down to her, applaud to her, and say, yeah, well done, Isabella. You are such a traditional woman. And then okay, look at that. Child by itself. I don't know if it's a girl or a boy. I don't care. But here, we bring our baby with us to work. What the fuck?
Work is for work. Sorry. We've gone too far in the workplace. We have to accommodate having children in the workplace. Why? This is a feminization of the work world. It's just silly. Oh, but she has a professional job. Do bricklayers take their children with them to work?
No, but Steve, you don't get it. She's a social influencer. She should have this privilege. She should have this right to take her kid wherever she pleases.
Oh, but she's got the right logo up there, which stands for dumb woman.
That's good. Yeah. And your work is content creation, right? It's being on social media, being a public figure. So taking your kid as early as you can. Yeah. My parents didn't do these things to us. I'm grateful for that. Even though they had their chance, they had the opportunity.
Wait a minute.
My dad in
Are you
particular.
sure? I mean, your dad owned a television station.
No, he didn't do it. He would put maybe.
He didn't bring you to work To put
No.
you on TV and
No.
show you off?
No, never. Well, there would be exceptions. I had to be really good at playing the piano. Then he would put me on the background somewhere when the news were running. This is how he
Oh,
did.
okay.
So if I wanted some attention, I actually had to work for it. And then he didn't do it until we turned, I don't know, like 11, 12, in the music recital, you know? And yeah, no, he wouldn't. No. What they are doing is just so crazy. It's so selfish. And yeah, they're using their kids as props. They are. And then they package it up as if they are so traditional and this is so controversial. No, this bullshit is not controversial, guys. This is what is socially acceptable right now by the traditional conservatives, who are, by the way, promoting the traditional family values. This is the family on display for you on social media. For a woman, a family is being on social media with your kids, being seen doing the socially acceptable things. She doesn't give a fuck about her kids' well-being, her kids' safety. She wants to be praised. She wants to be validated at all costs.
Yep.
Well, let's watch the next one. So here, we are teaching her to love her country, and Charlie Kirk, of course, here. All of these are like, okay, they want her to be a patriot, right? They want, like, she's saying all of these socially acceptable things to get, well, likes, you know? Like, if I say this thing and if I put my child in this position, in this pose, and then if I pretend and act and like I do these certain things, I'm going to get what I want. These are your traditional e-girls. Oh, and of course we will be homeschooling. Why don't you hide your face here, Isabella? You were hiding your daughter's face. Probably forgot to put the V sign there. No explanation necessary. Well, I do agree with you that homeschooling is probably a safer option for having kids. But do you realize how expensive it is? Like, they are bragging about homeschooling their kids. Most parents are not, they cannot afford homeschooling. It's very expensive.
Why?
What, homeschooling?
Yeah, why?
Well, because, you know, you can't teach your kids all of the lessons. If a father is working, let's say even a mother is staying at home, does she know everything to teach her kids? You will have to hire private tutors. You will have to...
Bullshit. What do you have to teach your kids?
Like mathematics, history,
Okay.
You know, like other...
Okay. Mathematics. Mathematics is easy to teach. Easy. You don't have to know anything.
Well, Steve, the beginning,
hold on,
okay,
hold on.
the algebra,
Okay,
geometry, they get really hard towards the end of the school, you know?
Right. Yeah, fine. Teach it the easy way. I'll tell you the easy way. First of all, the most important thing is learning your multiplication tables. Oh, you can get flashcards. Okay, this teach your kids this first, second, third grade, how to know their multiplication tables. Then simple addition and subtraction. Not difficult. You should be able to do that like the old-fashioned way. Then you get a program. Okay, we did, with my second wife, we did some homeschooling. Okay, I have a degree in mechanical engineering. I know math. Did I teach math?
How old
No.
was your daughter? Okay, how old was your daughter when you were teaching her math?
14, 12 to 16, I guess. They were doing phenomenal in math. Was I teaching it? No. Was my wife teaching it? No. How were they doing so good? You gave them this book. You find the right curriculum. We use Saxon math. So here's the book. You go through this book, do the lesson, and then do the problems. And then you're going to go through and you're going to grade your answer. And we're going to check up on you once in a while. And if you have questions, come and see us and we'll work through it with you. And so they learned how to teach themselves. Simple. Didn't require a lot. Now, here's the other most important thing. Reading skills. You got to learn phonics. Teach the kids phonics. There are lessons out there on learning phonics. And then, okay, read this and summarize it for me. Okay, now read this book. Do a book report. Oh, we'll throw in a history book. Now, if you teach your kids nothing else, absolutely nothing else, they're going to come out with a better quality education than most people because they can read, they can see words, they know phonics. It's not the see, say, simple method. They can do math in their head. And so now they can learn anything from there.
How much time did it take? You adopted your child, right? How old was she when you adopted her?
Okay, these were my second marriage. They were her kids.
How old were they when they knew you?
About 8.
8, okay.
But then homeschooling started when they were about 10, 11, 12, something like that. We did it for 3-4 years.
Okay.
And how much time was spent in homeschooling per day? 3 hours.
Of your time?
No, that's the time they spent. I was at work. My wife was doing other things. It took them 3 hours to get their assignments done. Okay. Do this chapter. Do the lesson.
I think right now,
grade yourself, and you set up the criteria to do this.
okay,
now
when I was in school, I did. My parents did some homeschooling too, and it was different than it is now. It wasn't very common back then.
Right.
From what I remember, it was very expensive because they had to hire a lot of tutors to so that you like, because my mom didn't have time, like she was working and she didn't know a lot of things, so they had to hire help from outside,
Okay, that's one approach. You think someone needs to teach your children? No, not necessarily. Your children need to know how to learn. You set up the program and say, here it is, kid. This is what you need to do every day. And then I'm going to check in on you and I'm going to step in when you need help. But I'm going to teach you how to teach yourself, to be self-directed. And you know what? Our education system is so horrendous now that if a kid graduates from high school with the ability to read at the 12th grade level and do simple math, they are so far ahead of the game that it isn't even funny.
Yeah.
So don't set the bar too high. Don't think that the average person can't teach their kids the essential things and do a better job than the school. It's not hard.
Yeah, but then they have to be validated by the school. That's another issue. So if they choose their own curriculum,
it depends on the state.
Well, I see. Okay. Anyway, yeah, homeschooling is a complicated topic, guys. Yeah, not everyone is going to be able to do that, especially with kids being raised in two-parent households where both parents are working and have not enough time to check on their kids. So yeah, it's something that most kids will go to the public school. Let's just say it,
Yeah, they will.
So, yeah. And she's bragging here that they will be homeschooling, which I'm glad for her. It's better for the child. So
You see, I pointed out a difference here. Elena thinks education has to be imposed, directed, needs an active role. Whereas a man, I say, no, I set up the program. I teach my kids how to teach themselves, and I oversee it. It's a different attitude. Women have to act on it. Men have to set up the situation and say, okay, these are the goals. Oh, I'm scaling back to the essential things.
So what if she, okay, you set up this program for her or for him, and what if he doesn't do it? What if he fails? What if he refuses to do so? Then what? You are going to discipline the child?
Oh, refuse it? Okay. Well, I get a room, I take every distraction out of the room, except for a clock.
Okay.
And your math book is there. Your notebook is there. You're going to have to sit here for an hour and a half. But if you get your lesson done in 45 minutes, you can leave. You can do whatever you want. It's your choice. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. You still have to sit here.
Yeah, but it doesn't help them like get the grades and
oh yes, it does.
From school.
Oh, of course it does. Oh, you mean I gotta sit here and be bored off my ass for an hour and a half, or I can just do the lesson and get it done and be self-directed? Man, it seems easier to comply with this message. Now, if the kid is having struggles, well, obviously you're going to learn about that, and you're going to sit down and say, oh, there's a simple thing you're probably missing here. Let me walk through it with you. I'll help you out. So you help them out, but if they don't want to do it, if they refuse to do it, okay, you can refuse to do it. I recognize you have free will, but you're still going to sit your ass in this chair for the next hour and a half and pretend that you're doing it, even if you don't do it. And then, you know what? You can whine and complain, and you know what? Tomorrow, you can do the same thing. So how many days in a row is that defiant kid going to have to sit there being bored out of their mind for an hour and a half each day, imposing this suffering on themselves? Because these are the rules, kid. So
well, I think it works. I think it works to a certain age when they can't, physically get stronger, and it only works with dads who can actually impose discipline. If kids are being raised by single moms, there is no way they can do it. No way.
Absolutely. See, I just say, this is my will. This is what I'm going to impose, and it's going to work.
Well, in your case,
as a woman is saying, oh my, I don't know how I'd get this done. I don't think I could do it. Oh, I see all kinds of problems. As a man, I don't care about the problems. This is my reality. This is what's going to happen.
Well, in her case, she'll be lucky if she stays married to her man who will, help her discipline her child. Good luck with homeschooling, Yeah, and again, then here, she'll be taught that only girls belong in women's spaces. You see how it's like against LGBTQ and but she's like, I don't disagree with, but
okay, that's silly. How about you teach your daughter that women don't belong in men's spaces? Now that would be useful.
That would be very useful, yeah. No, but they still want to preside, Steve. She can't let go of that control. Come on. Yeah, they are sane. They are still delusional in their own way. This is what I was talking to Plutarch you can't accuse them of this because, okay, feminism is the common enemy right now, right? The leftists are just crazy, and like we don't deal with them. It's like we try to kind of attack them, but we know that they are delusional, right? They are out to lunch, but there is so much delusion in the right wing too. Like women still want power, women still want to be in charge. They just use different tactics to get there,
Yep.
And teaching women restraint and discipline, it's something that the right wing e-girls don't want to do. They don't want to be restrained. They still want to preside. They still want the power. They are neo-feminists. If the leftists are like, okay, we know that they are feminists. We've seen the stuff that they're capable of. We know that they are, it's safer to avoid them, honestly. But with the right wing, it's tricky because it's like we agree on how feminism is evil, right? All of those things, but they still want the power. They still want the control. They're just using different means to get what they want.
Yeah. Okay. What else is new?
I know, right? So here's another one. Steak is her favorite food, and we eat it all the time. Well, again, it's like against the what was it? Vegetarians or vegans.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, but it's all socially acceptable, Steve. Now it's popular. Like, this is a trend. Like, she's showing you what women will be saying and what women will be doing.
I remember once second marriage, the youngest or the kids went back to school. Okay, we moved. Okay, now they're going to go in public school. With our method of teaching, they had to be tested before they came back into the public school system.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious because you know what? I know how they scored.
How?
95th percentile.
Okay.
At the very top. Whoa, these are gifted kids. No, they just did their own work.
Mm-hmm.
An hour a day, went through an entire year's book in about 6 months. It actually went fast. And then, okay, so it worked. And then, the youngest daughter gets in school, starts being influenced by others. Oh, I want to be a vegan. So she was a vegan for a while. Okay, that's fine. The rest of the family ate regular food. She ate vegan. This is kind of boring. I think I want to eat meat again. Okay. So you don't get upset about that. You don't need to teach them how to eat steak. Oh, she wants to be a little bit wacky for a while. Oh, okay.
Well, as long as they are not cutting their body parts, I guess, not in that way, wacky. But yeah, because this is what essentially they are teaching in a public school now. I understand people's desire to homeschool their kids. I really do. Yeah, there is nothing good in the public school. Huh?
It makes a lot of sense.
It does make a lot of sense. Yeah, I don't disagree with everything. It's just,
and it's so, the bar is set so low.
Yeah.
You can teach your child, or child can teach themselves in 2 hours a day over from whatever age up till the time they're 16. And if they do that up until they're 16, they're going to be so far ahead and have so many more skills just in 2 hours a day that they're going to be way above what a high school graduate would be if they only know math and reading, because they're going to develop other interests. Kids have interests. They have an
They do.
active brain. They're going to
You have
develop
to
things
occupy
they're
them.
interested in, and you're going to facilitate that. It's
Yeah.
not as hard as people think.
You have to pay attention to what your kids are interested in and then develop them in that area. Yeah, I remember we had so many extracurriculum activities when I was growing up. We were busy, like no time for bullshit. You know, I had a couple. They didn't hire all of the tutors. A lot of the things they were talking to us about, but like literature, I was just reading. You know, like we had English language tutor, we had Russian language and literature tutor, then mathematics. You know, and yeah, I think that was about it. You know, so. Yeah, we didn't have
there's just different models on how to do that.
And it wasn't very common. So you had to, if you wanted to do it back then, in my hometown where I'm coming from, I was probably the first one who did it. Well, my parents were the first ones who actually did it because, nobody else did it before. And then we had to stick to the program that school was offering. So regardless of your curriculum, you could do extra curriculum activities that they would teach you more in depth, more things that you could understand, but you still had to do the tests and some of the things that your classmates were doing. This is kind of how we did it. So it wasn't completely off the system, you know, you still had to pass like the generalized tests that they were doing. So
Right.
yeah, but it wasn't common. And the kids, they didn't take it very well when I was coming for some of the classes that I was struggling with, you know, so they were mocking me, like saying all kinds of things because, you know, I was homeschooled, and then it just wasn't a thing back then. You know, now more people do it, and even in my hometown, so obviously there are more options right now. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, you don't have to teach your kids how to eat steak. Okay.
Yep.
Let's see here. We spend time outside every single day. Well, I'm glad for you. Rain or shine. And then screen time is extremely limited and we only watch one cartoon. How old is your child to watch a cartoon? I mean, the addiction that kids have for social media, maybe not right away, but through for these gadgets, phones and iPads, all of those things, technology related. Like when the child is only like 2 or 3 years old, you don't need any technology at all. You don't need to show any cartoons at all. My goodness.
Yep.
We didn't start watching cartoons until we turned like 6 years old. 5 or 6 years old. Ways to go.
Yeah. Keep going through this. I'll be right back.
Okay. She'll be taught that good men are protectors and providers. Of course. Steve, how do you like this one? And never to hate men outright. What do you think, guys? Huh? Check this one.
So is this future queen training?
Probably. Look.
Princess training?
She'll be taught that good men are protectors and providers.
How about teaching her how to be a good woman? To obey your husband. You know what? You'll just attract the right guy. Instead of trying to teach you how
men are supposed to serve you.
Behaviors on your future husband.
Yeah. Well, they can't, Steve. They can't. Yeah, you're asking too much. You're asking too much. And somebody is asking, is there a taint of jealousy in voice? Oh, you mean in my voice? No.
Yes,
Oh, what do you mean? Yes, for what?
because you want a child badly.
Well, yes, I do want a child, but I
So,
realize that it's
yes. Elena struggles with this. She's envious a little bit, and she's guarded. Okay, it's just natural. She's envious of
I'm
women
against
with children.
I'm against what women are doing with kids on social media. For
Yes.
whatever reasons, I don't want to see kids on social media.
Right.
It's like I'm happy for her. I'm sincerely happy for women who do have children, who experience motherhood. Because I'm not a mother, I'll never be one probably. And look, I'm happy for them, but internet is not a safe place for children. It's not. So take it as you will. Yes, I'm jealous, but I'm also I do realize that internet is not for kids. And I don't care how much of their face you're showing to the public. You may not show their face at all. The fact that you are even bringing them up on social media says otherwise. You are using your kids still to build your own brand.
I mean, this picture is disturbing. I would never let my wife put a picture of me and my daughter with this caption on there, looking all simpy. No.
Mm-hmm.
Hell no. Not gonna happen.
Well, this is a humiliation ritual for these women's husbands. And they don't realize that these women that they are married to, they are using these men's kids to their own advantage, to get more leverage, to get more validation. Why can't men say, no, my kids are not going to be on social media? You know, my dad said no, I'm not using my kids to get more public veneration and attention. This is just bullshit. Bullshit. If your kids are mature enough, if they are old enough, fine. You can't prevent social media from them. You can't hide it from them. Eventually, they'll have to learn how to deal with it. Okay, they'll have to learn how to work with it. Because like businesses are run on social media.
We're in 2 hours, so keep going through this.
Well, it's the last one here. Okay.
Okay.
And then here. And she's asking, what would you add to this list?
I just not even going to participate in such a farcical list.
Mm-hmm.
It's all superficial.
Well, let's see here. She writes, hardest job we've ever done and will always and forever be learning on the job. But raising our baby girl is far the most important and fulfilling purpose we've ever had. So she's prioritizing the kid. She puts the kid above the marriage. You guys have talked about it. I know Rollo has mentioned it. Yeah.
With the kid above the marriage,
mm-hmm.
Your marriage is done.
Yeah, it is done. Oh, it's essentially
done. Within a few years,
mm-hmm.
The kid will always be more important than your husband. It's inverting the hierarchy. And in the end, when you put the first last and the last first, it's a disaster. And now the kid will end up growing up without a father because you put the kid before your husband. And so now the husband's out of the picture because he wasn't doing things your way. How stupid and self-serving are women? Because that's the way it works.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, that's the outcome.
And then she asks, any parenting takes we have in common, what would you add or change? Oh, okay. She's asking, I'm going to give her that. Remove your child from social media and never put your child ever again on social media. do what you will. It's like nothing is going to affect your life. You are a content creator. You decided that's your path. Remove your child from social media. If you actually want a stable kid, and try to
I don't
remove
even care about that.
other technology and all of that.
There's something more basic. Woman, obey your husband. He
No,
is
well,
the
Steve,
head
she
of the
can't.
household. He comes first. Don't worry about anything else except for that. And then everything else will fall in line.
Well, if he allows her to put himself in a mocking way, kind of, or maybe he doesn't view it as mocking, with the child as accessories to her profile, she's not going to obey him, Steve.
Hold on. All these words just imply that she thinks she's the star of her own movie. She needs to be put in her place and realize, no, she has a supporting role, not the star role.
I agree
So
with you.
just telling her, obey your husband, then the rest of it's going to fall into line. You get the order right, the rest of it works.
If he's not dominant and masculine, she can't do it. She can't obey her husband.
She
can't
won't.
respect him. She already doesn't. She already uses him as a puppet, for her social media account, because he let her do it.
So your premise is that she's acting like a woman and she needs a stronger hand than her husband has. She needs a stronger guidance and rule than her husband has. And so you're just assuming he will not rise to the task of
well, if he tries,
leading his
okay, what do we say in the red pill? It works when you do it at the beginning and you don't jeopardize your frame. In rare occasions, a man can rise from being her slave into being a dominant masculine man who would impose restraint and boundary on her. Most likely, if he tries to do it now, she will just say, no, fuck you. I'm taking my child. I'm building my own brand, and see you in the divorce court.
Nothing you can do about that. I'm defining the problem here. And you're saying if he does it now, that solution won't work. Maybe not. Don't know that it will. But the problem is still the problem. She's not obeying her husband. She's not putting him first. She's not showing respect. Yes, maybe at this point, him imposing that and doing that and actually leading and her following is impossible. That may be. But I'm telling you, what's wrong? I'm defining the problem.
Yes, Steve, I know what you're doing, and I agree with you 100%. This is the problem. Now, what are the chances of him even raising himself up?
Like 2%.
Yeah. It's very unlikely.
Uh-huh.
Men who do these things for their women, who are pandering to them, who are serving as their accessories on social media, who facilitate them building their own brands, and then women are advertising. Essentially, what they are saying is, okay, you, my idiotic husband, you are not strong enough for me. I need a stronger hand. I need a stronger, more dominant and masculine man than you are. So I'm just using you temporarily until I monkey branch onto a...
So what? We're not fixing that. We're out here talking about things. We're educating future people. And there's an example between you and I. Assuming you and I were married, closer to the age and whatever, and had kids, and then, gonna homeschool. You have this grandiose idea of homeschooling, which I disagree with, and I would just impose my rule on it. This is how we're going to do it. Okay, solved. Then I'd listen to your input, obviously, and we'd reach a solution. So that is just the male guidance. Oh, all this worries and expense, you're making it more complicated. We're just going to do it this way. Boom. Decision made. End of story. Is that
I
man
like
doing
simple
that to his
solutions,
wife?
dude.
No.
I like simple solutions to complicated problems.
So we're not going to fix them. We are just
Yeah, guys,
exposing the mask.
Yeah.
We're not saying if you got it all fucked up and you're in a fucked up relationship, how are you going to fix it? Oh, man. I don't know if that's possible. Don't go down
Good
that
luck with
path.
that. Yeah, all of this live stream, guys, is just exposing the mask, different masks that women wear in different layouts and conventions, different institutions. Yeah. And it all serves to their benefit, to extract more resources from men and to enslave men. The tactics varies and changes, but the motivation remains the same. Yeah.
So I think we've done.
Yeah, we've covered this pretty well.
Now, on Wednesday night, I am leading the Resurgence of Sanity stream. The topic will be kind of a continuation of this and stuff we've already talked about. The title will be something like Her Mask Hides Abortion, Infidelity, Promiscuity, Guilt. Now, this is something I don't know that anybody else in the Red Pill has discussed this. The past behavior and the guilt that women carry around and cover up with this mask, how these things define her, and these problems that are covered up will come up. We don't talk enough about women who've had abortions. We think, oh, yes, abortion's terrible. We're against it. We need to realize the deep, profound damage this does to women and how they carry it with them through life, but it's covered up with a mask. And we talk about, hypergamy and monkey branching and all these behaviors of women. We never talk about the damage that she's done to herself and how this festers through her life. Usually about sexuality and her nature. Being a mother, abortion. You terminated your children. Are you going to be guilty about that? Feel guilt? Okay, you were promiscuous. You didn't save yourself for the man. Oh, you had all these other experiences. Are you going to feel guilty about that? Oh, yeah, you're going to try to celebrate it. And then if you step out on your man for whatever reason, are you going to feel guilty about that? Yes. Or are you going to try and justify it and rationalize it? Yes. All this guilt festers within a woman. She can never admit she's wrong. These things are big deals, and we're not talking about it in our society. We're not talking about it in the Red Pill. These things are huge.
Yeah, prior actions have consequences. And prior behavioral patterns, whatever they did to themselves, they will form their behavior and their attitudes. I 100% agree. And yeah, I recommend you to join the Resurgence of Sanity guys on this Wednesday at 5:45 p.m. Pacific on their YouTube channel. Subscribe to their YouTube channel. They have a lot of interesting live streams there. And yeah, we'll see you all next time. Yeah, I don't know what we'll talk next week. We will come up with something interesting. And yeah, take care, everyone. Thank you for your comments today. The chat was pretty active. We appreciate your feedback. Yeah, tell us what you think about unmasking women. Maybe something that we missed and didn't mention. But we did so many live streams already related to this topic, so I'm sure you can, go check.
We don't have to tell you every mask.
Yeah.
You just have. The bottom line is, are you going to believe her reality, or are you going to observe her behaviors, know her tendencies, and discover what the reality is? And as a man, impose your own reality on the relationship. And then whatever comes your way, question, okay, is this real, or is just her emotions at the time?
Yeah. Yeah, real is hard to find. It's like, so, yeah. We talked about, when was it? Was it last time we talked about body count for women, Steve?
Yeah.
When we were showing the formula, and we showed 2 formulas to you guys. So basically, like women lie about their promiscuity. They lie about their body count because they want to be treated like virgins, or somebody. They put a mask on to conceal who they actually are. And then the men who buy into this, they are getting a woman, but then they are giving her the fake love that she expects based on her mask. If men are viewing whatever she says as a true value, right? They take it as at face value. Whatever she says is true, instead of unmasking it and seeing reality for what it is.
I have a better way of saying that. It's taken me years to work it out. A woman's desire is to be loved. To be loved. But her tendency is to wear a mask to pretend to be who she is. And if a man loves her for who she pretends to be, he's not loving the real woman. And so even as sincere as he can be, he's providing fake love. And it will never satisfy her because she always wonders, unconsciously maybe, would he really love me if he knew who I really was? So women in general so much want to be loved that they act to get fake love, which never satisfies.
Yeah. And then they disrespect these men who buy into their mask, into their narratives, because they realize that they are not those angels that they pretend to be, and they require more dominance. They require more restraint. The more bodies she has on her, the higher her body count is, the more dominance a man needs.
And the less dominance she'll accept.
Yes. Oh, that's true. Yeah, yeah, she will rebel more. So all of these thread wives, especially the ones on social media, they're all pretentious. They are all wearing a mask, and they won't accept the dominance of a masculine man, because in the end they all come into marriage with body count. They are in the workforce, they are on social media, a lot of them were raised by single mothers. That plays in effect too. So
Everything has an effect.
yeah. And then if they were
Okay.
never restrained and disciplined, I got in trouble for using the word spanking in one of my comments. Oh my gosh, people are still mad at me. I decided to share it. I took a few pictures of trolls, guys. Yeah, if you want to, please share it, because otherwise Twitter can remove my comment. And I think it's a good comment where I was saying that women, like children, disobedient women, like disobedient children, need to be restrained and disciplined by men. And I say they need to be disobedient, need to be spanked and disciplined and restrained by men. And I got in trouble for saying it.
Yep.
I was just saying to Steve before we started the live stream, my Twitter, usually I get like 1 or 2 notifications there, but then this time it was like 25. Well, and if somebody wants to debate us on there were some people who wanted to debate me on my moral stance and what was that? Oh gosh, I don't remember how they phrased it. Theology, right? Theology. I showed it to Steve before. And then I was like, I'm not talking about the Bible. It's not my place. I'll just say, if you want to debate the resurgence of sanity, guys. Because all of the stuff that I'm saying, I'm just saying it based on our discussions. There will be nothing new that I'll be saying, guys. Yeah, I don't like. I think it's useless to debate. I mean, I don't mind back and forth discussion, but
what you said is so scandalous, though.
What? Oh, spanking?
Yeah. Does God ever spank his children?
Oh, and they started bringing up the Ephesians. Then gosh,
okay, forget
like
about
all of
that.
the Bible things.
Forget about
Bible doesn't say that men are supposed to spank their women.
When the Hebrews got out of hand, someone came in and God allowed them to be conquered and put it enslaved for a number of years. Basically, he let the whole country, the society, get a good ass whooping.
Yeah.
So this idea that the father doesn't impose discipline and that the discipline isn't physical and that God is loving and permissive, that's true. God loves, but sometimes people need a wake-up call. And sometimes it's physical. And does God let bad things happen to good people? We've all heard the story about, someone was living a sinful life and they hit rock bottom and then they find Jesus and, they correct themselves. Isn't that metaphorically a spanking?
Yeah,
God
it is.
allowed them to feel the consequences of their behavior and say, oh no, I'm in charge here. You can't do that and be off scot-free. Oh, you know what? God sees the merit in that person. You're a good person. You need some self-discipline. You need some correction because I desire for you to be in heaven with me. But you need to go through a bit of suffering, consequences, some discipline in order for you to straighten up and fly right.
Yeah, I agree. Sorry, guys. I think I'm having some.
So, yeah. But man, correct. Women do not want to be corrected.
Yeah, they don't. And then the more disobedient the woman is, the more spanking she needs. So the more rebellious she is, the more spanking she needs.
Let's cut the stream off here. You're going to get yourself into trouble the more you talk.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Yeah, but this is true. I mean, like if the child is so disobedient and disrespectful, like what do you do with the child? And women are just grown children. Same thing applies. Men have authority over women and over children. I'm not saying that men need to like go and beat their women in a way, but this is why I say disobedient women, you know. So yeah, well, anyway, guys, take care, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. Remember to please like, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. Okay. And yeah, some people think that spanking is not acceptable in speech or action.
But it is funny.
Yeah, if you can think abstractly, which a lot of people struggle with, I guess. Well, anyway, guys, okay, we are out of here. Remember to please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you all next time. I remember my dad used some spanking on us when I was little. He would take his belt off, and he did it. He didn't do it a lot, you know. He did it twice in my whole child life. It only served to my benefit. I learned the lesson. Sometimes this is, if that's what is necessary, that's what's necessary. To put them in line, because then if it doesn't happen, undisciplined kids, they turn into undisciplined women who ruin our society later on. And there is nothing that stops them. So yeah. Well, take care, guys. We'll see you all next time, okay? Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye. Guys, thank you so much for being here with us today. If you are new here or if you're a returning subscriber, we appreciate you. Have you watched Anita Mokiet's saga by me, your Red Pill Babushka? If you haven't yet, we highly recommend you to watch this mini-series to better understand women, how they think, and how they manipulate men. Anita Mokiet's saga is a comic parody of female nature and female behavior that includes Anita's adventures, her special and unique experiences, and various interactions with other funny characters. I created Anita to pick on female delusions, entitlement, and promiscuity, and to show the reality of corrupted by women institutions. The first season shows the process of finding yourself through self-worth, self-love, and self-respect meditation retreats and relationship sessions with various female gurus. The second season reveals her godly path to Jesus and her true power over men, femininity.
Hi, I'm Anita Mokiet. I used to be on OnlyFans, but not anymore. Not after I found Jesus. I'm a trad wife now. I love Jesus. I'm not a feminist. I want a perfect husband with kids because now I feel that it's my true purpose in life to be a stay-at-home wife and mother. Because I deserve a family. I want to be married to the right man. So join our church and wife me up.
I will actually plug Plutarch's wife here. Watch her Anita Moorcat series on just talking about she gives these like acting. She takes on many faces and shows the reality of the church and trying to get men to buy into this traditional tradcon bullshit on wifing up all these fucked up women. There is a large amount of truth in her comedic series that I think men should watch.
I hope that you enjoy our videos. Please tell us what you think about them. We appreciate your feedback. Also, please like the videos. It helps us to build more awareness. And share our videos with your friends and those who need to see them. You never know, but you may save a man's life if he is more aware of female nature. You don't have to say anything when you are sharing our videos. You can just copy and paste them and let the chips fall where they may. Please watch our older live streams on both YouTube channels. You might also enjoy Marry Me Red Pill podcast by your Red Pill Babushka, based on the survey for biological men. It's an ongoing survey that you can participate in. Please share it with other men. The more men participate in this survey, the more statistically significant the results are. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels if you enjoy our content and if you'd like to see more content like this.
Join us for interesting discussions with the Resurgence of Sanity guys on Saturdays at 9:15 a.m. Pacific on sBarre YouTube channel and on Wednesdays at 5:45 p.m. Pacific on the Resurgence of Sanity YouTube channel. Once again, thank you so much for joining us for interesting discussions. Thank you for your feedback and for your kind support. We appreciate you guys. We are looking forward to seeing you in our other activities as well. Take care everyone and have a wonderful day.